quickly. This is Sonia in LA.
Hi, Sonia. Welcome. Good to hear from you. So, hello to everyone
Yeah, good to
who's watching on the video.
thank
So,
you.
yeah, thank you, Sonia. So, I have people on the phone and I have people on video. For those of you that are watching for the first time or listening, thank you for joining in. And for everyone who's been here all along, thank you for joining in. But I am Shelley Dressel, and I do a channeled meditation with the Goddess of Creation, and that's what tonight is. So if people are also watching the Universal Light Beings, that's a different format, and that'll be this coming Wednesday. So, yep, I know we have Thanksgiving this week, but I'm still planning to do the channel on Wednesday. But for tonight, I don't have the chat open because I don't look at that. It's just a different format. Anyway, so I'm just happy to be here, happy to have all of you. And it's been very interesting because I can never remember what I've said to different groups or different people that I've talked to. And to me, one of the biggest differences, like back in October, I think it was, I had a reading with an astrologer that I really like. And one of the things that she said was, you can't take into 2024 the past. That this year, with the collapsing of the third dimension and with this step up in the vibration and frequency, it's really important for everyone to do their clearing out, to become very clear about what their intention is, what they want in life. And so I think everyone's been feeling that in a lot of different ways. I've heard about people for one thing, I've worked with people for another thing, and then even just my own. I said, like, getting rid of a 44-year career is a pretty big thing to get rid of. And but it's all going to be new and good and interesting. I'm really excited about it. So there was something else I wanted to mention. Shoot, I can't remember what it is. Oh, so looking at the last meditations that we've been doing, they've really, I mean, this last one, and I know I've just had a lot going on, and then I had my grandkids and for a night, and so everything just always goes by the wayside whenever I have them or some of them. And so I just sent out today the meditation from our last one, which was communication with your soul, and that one, and soul relationships, and opening to your soul. All of these, the sequence of what these meditations have all been about really creating a new relationship for you to have with your own divinity. And I think this is what we're going to, as these energies continue to expand. I mean, we're all still going to have our angels and our guides. We're all still going to, have those times when you want to get confirmation about things. I mean, heck, I even like to get that too. But I think a big difference is that we will have this wide open alignment with our divinity, which just is a true game changer on everything. So anyway, I think that's what the goddess has been leading up to. And we still have, what, 2 more in December after this one. So I'm really curious to see what the end of this year is going to bring, and then stepping into new year. I felt as if the beginning of this year was a big change with the goddess and how she did our meditations, because so much was about focusing on the things that you wanted to clear or the things that you didn't want. And now this entire year has been about the things that you do want, and learning how to just kind of reshape your thinking and reshape your focus. And so I think that's really important for everyone, is to focus on the things that you really do want, because the more high the vibration and frequency, the quicker the changes will take place. And in doing so, you don't need to mess around with a lot of negativity that you might not necessarily need. So anyway, it's we're living in a wonderful time. It's really amazing, and just can't wait to see what everything is that's going to come out. I know that we've got a holiday going on here. What?
Oh, I was going to say something. Go ahead. Continue.
Sure. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say last channeling, the meditation was so powerful. I re-listened to it like 5 or 6 days later. It felt so different. It felt so different than it did live.
Isn't it amazing how that is?
That was shocking to me. That's the first time that happened to that extent. It was like I don't know, a group alive does something different.
Well,
when you just listen to it yourself. I don't know.
So I have found that it's different when I listen to it repeatedly, for several different reasons. First of all, because every time that you work with this energy, you are making a change. Sometimes you don't notice it right away. Sometimes you don't feel it, and you think, oh, everything is the same. But you're really not. It's really not the same because you've already experienced it and you've taken yourself to a new level. So then the next time you come into it, you're coming from that new perspective and that new place. And I think.
Right. And wasn't there a new moon or an eclipse or something really close to when we did that last meditation?
2 weeks ago.
That same thing happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened? What did happen?
Okay, very interesting. So both of you had that same experience. That's really interesting. I will say now, I think a new moon means there's no moon out there. But for 2 nights in a row last week, I could not sleep, literally up until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, then having to get up at 6, which I won't mind at the least getting rid of. But it's like it was like bright as day outside. I thought, what is all this light coming from? What is all this brightness? So I don't think it was a full moon, but it looked like a full moon because there have been other times that the full moon has kept me awake at night. But anyway, I just think these are all little niglets that are part of this change that is going on and part of what we're all experiencing. So so thanks for that feedback. Okay, so if you do want to work with me privately, goddesslight.net is the name of my website. You can go there and look for, and sign up for that. But I think I'm just going to jump into it. So give me a second here.
Thank you, Shelley.
You're very welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
All participants are muted. The recording has started.
As we're gathering together, I invite you to take this time as a moment to be present within you. We are filled with distractions, especially coming up into the holiday season. We're all pulled in multiple different directions, and sometimes we forget to come back and take a moment and just breathe our energies down within us and be present in the moment. So as you take a deep breath in, focus on that breath. You can feel it as you breathe in through your nose, it goes into your lungs. And then as you breathe out, let go of any tension or stress that may be hanging over you. Let go of any energy that is still stuck in the past. And then just breathe in and out, allowing your focus to come closer and closer within you. As you take another breath in, breathe in through your nose. It goes down through your lungs into your heart. And then feel as if your heart center is expanding. As you breathe down within yourself, let all of your focus come within. Find that moment of stillness and then breathe out. As you breathe in and out, you can feel all of your focus coming down and centering within you. As you allow your focus to come within, you can let go of the distractions, let go of anything that's just flittering through your mind. I invite you to take one more breath in where you breathe all the way down. You feel that breath of energy and light as it moves all the way down within you. It goes into every cell within you, and every cell becomes illuminated with light and your intention. Breathe in and out, gently and easily, allowing your focus to always center within you. Namasika Venia Benya. Namasika Venia Benya. I greet you, beloved family. I reach out from my heart to yours. I reach out at this time of transition so as to create an alignment with you that fully supports you in all that you do. When you consider what ascension has meant for the planet, you can actually think of it as having stair steps up and then a plateau, more stair steps up, another plateau. Sometimes it might turn and move in a different direction, so that when you find yourself looking back, it's never been just that one straight continuous pathways. You've had movement and then perhaps sitting still. You've been able to transition past energies and experiences and then look around. So much has happened in just a few very short years. And no matter where you are in this process, you're exactly where you need to be right now. The completion of this year is the completion of thousands of years worth of cycle that included a focus within the third dimension. That is now essentially collapsed upon itself. It has very little energy that emanates from within it, and it therefore forces people to shift into a higher frequency. So too, those actions that people took that were very selfish or harmful to others were often fed by that low vibrational energy. And it's no longer there to feed those actions. Therefore, you will see less and less of that over time. During this time in the United States, you are beginning what you call your holiday season. This week, they have what they call Thanksgiving, which is a time of family and friends coming together to celebrate things for which they are thankful. I wish to therefore take this moment and share my gratitude and appreciation for all of you. I have been very consistently working through Shelley and working with each one of you to assist in the ascension of this planet. It is not something that just one person could accomplish, or even tens of thousands could accomplish. It is something that took billions of people upon the planet that are in the higher, lighter frequency And those of you that listen to it, to this, are very much at the forefront of creating this new potential and reality for yourselves, which in turn flows out from you to the rest of the planet. Everything that you do in the all that is, which is a much higher frequency, also flows within these aspects of the universe that are close to you. Perhaps you'd consider more so your galaxy. And this is creating balance in the galaxy, in balance with your Earth, so as to create a greater integration. I recognize that many of the people upon Earth are as yet unaware of what they might be doing as they participate in this, but they are still effective because they are part of the whole. Namasika, I am the one. Venia Benya, I am the whole. This is not the whole just of those of you that are present. It is the whole of the population upon the earth. Take a deep breath down where you can breathe into your heart center. And from within your heart, you create a ball of light out of that energy that is your chakra. As you create that ball of energy, it can get bigger or smaller as you place your attention upon it. For some, it helps if you use your fingers and physically expand that area. This shows you a very simple way that you can work with energy, and everything that you are doing within your heart center can also be experienced in other ways. Once you have that ball of light created, you send a stream of it moving down through your solar plexus, your sacral, your root center. It goes down into the earth. As you connect with the earth, you immediately feel your energy spreading out in different directions. Link into the vibration and the frequency of Gaia. It then flows up through that stream of energy that you sent down. You then bring it back up into your heart. From there, it goes through your throat, your third eye, your head center. It comes from your crystalline energy body and moves up into your higher self. Take a minute and just feel the ease with which you can breathe into your heart and send your intention into your higher self, and then what that feels like or looks like to you. For some, you're very visual and you can see things. For others, it's just a knowing. Others don't have a specific consciousness of it, but you are always connecting, even if the perception is that you are not. Your higher self is integrating more fully into your non-physical energy bodies around your physical reality. The more that you make a conscious choice to align with your higher self, the greater the ease with which you can move through that space. You then let your stream of consciousness move even further up. There is a thread that connects you with your human self that goes directly up into your soul. Each one of you are aligned with your soul. Some may have a perception that it is very wavy and twisted and turned and knotted, and you think you are not connected. However, your divinity always feels great love for you. Your divinity always supports you with whatever may be happening within your life. I, the goddess, walk in and amongst each one of you. As my presence merges with your own, it is as if we embrace and I amplify your alignment with your soul. In doing so, we transition into the all that is. Look around at the all that is. Every time that you come into this space, you are coming into a place that is yours for creation. Sometimes it is filled with things that you are practicing. Sometimes it is filled with an alignment into the universe. And sometimes this is your place to just express yourself as your soul. Who are you? What have you been doing? What is this all about? Today, I wish for you to have an intention that the all that is opens up. It can be whatever situation you like to create when you are working with the energy. Some, I see you sitting on the seashore, on the beach. Others in the mountains, in the woods. Others in what looks like a living room. This is your place, and it transitions every time that you come here within it. There's you that is here as your consciousness. And then, as if walking within this space, you see a greater aspect of your soul. It's as if this huge, massive light is moving into this space. And as this light connects with you, it is as if you know everything. Now then, you may not consciously know everything, but here's an opportunity for you to create change in your life. From within your soul, you have thousands of aspects that have lived in different life experiences. The majority of these experiences you are unaware. As we are moving towards the end of this cycle, this year, it is important to take time and see if you have what you call baggage from past lifetimes that are continuing to influence you. So with that bright light that is just present within this space, I invite you to just relax your consciousness. And as you pose that question, is there anything that I have from this lifetime or any other that is important for me to transition? And as you ask that question, for some, you may see like a movie screen, scene after scene after scene. For others, it may be feelings or inner knowings. Some of you are kind of blank. That blank could be that you've already transitioned everything, or that blank can be that there's something that's keeping you from being aware. For whatever has come up to your awareness, as you're looking at these lifetimes, take a moment and filter. Why is it important for you to know about this right now? As you ask that question, you may not have a ready answer. However, there is always certain attributes that you may have, or certain experiences that you have had, or perhaps even characteristics that may come up again and again within various lifetimes. So I invite you to literally open up the curtains or open up the energy so that you may know what is there for you. If there's anything that makes you afraid, clear it out. Let it go. As you consider what these various experiences are that are coming up for your awareness, be in the flow of understanding. For some, I see awareness coming to you that perhaps this is why certain things have not yet manifested. You could see that there is a foundation or a basis that is a holdover from these other lifetimes. I invite you to go back to the source of whatever that may be. And then, as if you are pulling things up from the roots, you bring it up from whatever that source is, clear it out. You may have the perception that as you're clearing out the roots from another lifetime, and as that is healed or transitioned, it creates changes in the many lifetimes that were affected by that throughout your history. So anytime you do a clearing out within this space, then clear out here the all that is, reconnect back into your soul, that big, brilliant golden light that is you. And as if you are opening your consciousness, open to look. Asking the question once more, is there anything that you need to know at this time? What's interesting is that I noticed for many of you, once you cleared whatever that first thing was and you got back in, now you could see a list of different things. So sometimes things are hidden from you, even in the all that is. And so this time, as you may notice things that are here within your divinity that you may be conscious about or unconscious about. We just want to tap into whatever that may be, pulling anything out from the roots, by the roots. Just bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Let it go. Look around. As you are here within this space, after having cleared these various aspects, look around. Be open to whatever changes may be coming your way. So that's another way to look at this. Coming back within that golden, brilliant energy that is your soul. For some, it may seem as if it's smaller, and that's because you have now integrated more of it within you, and so your own consciousness is larger. For others, you may have a similar perspective as the first time that you called your soul to be within this space. Ask the question, is there anything in my life that I need to clear, be it conscious or unconscious, from any time, space, reality? And as that comes up within you, perhaps you know every little detail, or perhaps it's broad. But you just let that come up within you. You bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. And you let that go. Many of you now have the ability to look at your life and you can feel a calm and a balance as if it permeates in and around you. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. I can sense that some of you wish to look towards the new year and start actively working towards what is new. However, I invite you to take a couple of weeks to just be present with having healed, transitioned, or worked through all of these past karmic agreements that you may have had. And just take this time to be present with yourself and know you're just here living in the moment, not worrying about anything else. Feel what that is for you. That is a part of the transition for humanity. That sense of letting go, always having to be busy, always having to work towards something, always having to fix yourself. Instead, be present in the moment and know that all is well. Even for those of you that may have your list that you are still working through, it's okay, because all is well in this now moment. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. I now invite you to shift your focus a bit and consider what it is within your life that you may feel thankful for, or perhaps you feel gratitude, or perhaps appreciation. While to most of you, those three words may all mean the same thing, they each have subtle differences that they resonate. Whichever one resonates most with you, take that in, breathe it down within you, and just consider, what in my life am I thankful, grateful, or appreciative about? Especially while you are here in the space of the all that is, it's very easy to find things that you can appreciate. Sometimes in your everyday life, there are so many distractions you forget. I therefore invite you to take a day of appreciation. It could be this Thursday, which is Thanksgiving for the US. It can be whatever day you so choose. And during that day, begin as you wake up in the morning with being thankful that you have awakened. Be thankful that you've gotten out of bed and you're beginning your day. As you move through your day, choose at least one person with whom you can express gratitude. You are grateful that they are in your life because I would invite you to choose another person, someone else, and express how much you appreciate that person. Perhaps because they help you out. Perhaps it's a coworker. Perhaps it's a partner. But you appreciate that they are in your life. And then as you're driving, maybe you let someone else cut in front of you and you send gratitude. Maybe when you are in the grocery store, you let somebody else go ahead of you. What you will discover is that taking a day and expressing to others is a way of not only opening up your own heart, but you're touching these other people in ways that they are not expecting. And it therefore will have an impact upon them. They may be too busy and not even recognize it. But my sense is that each one will stop and at least in a moment feel like, thank you for saying that to me. Everybody works hard. Everybody wants to have relationships. As you enter into or facilitate relationships through appreciation, gratitude, being thankful, it opens up the vibration and the frequencies in ways that you may not have anticipated. As you get to the end of this day, I invite you in your prayers or meditations as you're getting ready for bed to pause for a moment and acknowledge how each one of these experiences have opened you up. This is creating change in your life through creating a change in your frequency. I invite you to come together as a group. Your soul shifts back into the soul plane. As you are gathering with the others here in the All That Is, look at each other through the eyes of love, gratitude, appreciation. Express thankfulness, not only to the others that are here, but within yourself. And as you do so, you can literally see the energies expand in this now moment. Into this expansion, you see the rise of a hologram of the earth. As this hologram comes up, You can see the various energies of the earth. You can see perhaps where you are on the earth. And I invite you to infuse all that transition that took place within you into this hologram. The hologram is but a means of integrating energy. So everything that you send in begins to work together, swirling around. It expands even bigger. There's that energy that goes out into the universe. And then the remainder moves back down. It's as if you all release it and it drops down, flowing into and around the earth plane. It goes down through the consciousness, flowing all the way to the center of the earth, and then it begins to expand outward. As it anchors within the crystalline energies, there is an activation from all the alignment that took place this evening. As this moves through the many, many layers of the earth, it then comes up within you where you anchored into Gaia. Your own energies flow within you with that knowledge, with that experience, with that transformation that you experienced. This is also going into everybody else upon the earth. Many are waiting for this. They perhaps are unconscious, but it creates a transition in the vibration and the frequency that flows throughout everybody. As you continue to breathe and anchor your own energies, bring back that aspect that you sent up into your soul. Let it flow back down within you, bringing back the remainder that was in the all that is, coming back through your higher self. And then as you anchor once more within, you can feel that flow from Gaia. You can feel that expansion from the universe. And all of it assists you in your own personal growth. As you continue to anchor, I invite you to come back within the room. If you have any questions to ask, you'll see the phone number that you need to follow. Press *6 and that will place you in the queue.
Q&A session has started.
And I will answer as many as I can. If you would like to work with me privately, check out Shelley's website, goddesslight.net.
Hello, Goddess.
Hello.
It's always such a pleasure to speak with you. I felt like I released so much residue, whether it was from past lives or anything that's I've been holding on to on some layer. It relates to the topic on my mind recently, which is attracting in a soulmate or a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if there's more that needs to be released, or if there's more time that I just need to be with myself and ground before I'm ready for that.
So there are several things that came up as you were just talking. I do want to share with you that when you first came on to the call, I saw this just flow of brilliant, just like white light, just a flow of energy coming out from you. And then when you said, oh, I could feel I let go a lot, we're like, yes, you did. We see it. So we two things we want to share about bringing in a partner. Number one, you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to have done every single bit of your work before a partner can come in. And I believe that may be a little bit of a mindset that you have. And then number two, there's been so much transition going on, most particularly in this year, that as you've cleared out, and this has been a process for you, tonight it feels like it was the last of it. And because you look to us like you're in a new space. And so that being said, we feel that this relationship that you've been seeking to manifest is something where neither one of you were in the space to meet another person, but it is all transitioning and it is all moving forward now. So it does still feel as if it could be the same one that we have felt around you before. But what's different is that rather than two people meeting and growing together and kind of working out the kinks, which may equate to problems, it feels as if you've each done a lot of work on your own, so that by the time that you meet one another, it's more so about growing together instead of having to fix things or change things. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And so that's why we feel like it's like there was a potential maybe a year ago. And then once we hit 2023, you're in like, oh, nope, I'm going to clear, heal, shift, transition. And so that has really been your focus for the year. That being said, we do see you ultimately having a partner in your life. So begin to work on that frequency that, yep, I have a partner in my life. And don't worry about the specifics. Don't worry about, is it this, that, or the other? Instead, let the focus be on, I am open. I am ready to receive. And in doing so, my life, no, that's not how we want to say that. My life is full and rich as it is. I am open to receive someone that will just enrich it even more as we grow with one another. That's a great mantra for many, many different people to have. And it can be about a life partner. It can be about work. It can be about so many different things. It doesn't have to be just a romantic partner. But my sense of it is that you also let go of things having to be just so, and then it's going to happen. And instead, good, bad, in between. It's here, it's now, and I am ready. Does that resonate?
It does so perfectly, and I do feel like I am in a space that is so brand new.
Exactly.
And I just, yes, and I want to share my gratitude for you. I'm honored for you to share your gratitude for us, and thank you for providing this space and the support from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Shelley has a lump in her throat. She so appreciates that from you. That is very lovely to say. Thank you very much.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Goddess. I wanted to also extend a very heartwarmed, loving thankfulness to you and Shelley for all of your incredible love and support. It has meant the world to me. So thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
I am, my auntie is 97 years old, my soul family auntie in Hawaii, and she's been wanting me to come there. So I think I better go. Because she wants me to help with she's a 7th generation Kahuna Nui. I sold her massage chairs years ago, and we've been soul family ever since. So I'm thinking I better get on a plane and get there. She wants me to help take a sacred stone from the Bishop Museum to the Heiau on the Big Island. What do you get a sense of all of this?
We sense that it is important for you to go there for multiple different reasons. Not only this soul family, as you speak of her, she's a beautiful energy. We can feel her presence around you. And we do think that would be beneficial for both of you to see each other in the physical. And she does need assistance with making some of these changes to her space. And then it does feel like her transition, she wanted to be here through this time. We're not saying she's going to transition any moment. It doesn't feel like that at all, but it feels like the completion of this year is the completion. She knows for herself that it's the completion of many, many, many different things, many different layers. She is an ascended master. She has worked many, many lifetimes, and she is holding a beautiful light in that space. So if it's possible for you to go, we think it is in your best interest and her best interest. And there are some tasks to do, both that and other just metaphysical tasks, and anchoring energy, clearing energy, things like that.
She asked if the gates are open there at the Heiau to bring this.
Let's see. Only periodically. They're not open 24/7.
Ah, okay. Well, we will discover what to do. I introduced her to the Dalai Lama. I introduced her to her masseur that she used for 12 years. It's like somehow I have this magical ability to make these connections for her.
Good.
Which is beyond my mind.
Yeah.
Well, since I met her 20 years ago. So it's like, okay. So, and maybe I'll get a sense of my own direction after being there for a while, because I'm still kind of lost.
Well, it's the loss that you feeling lost as you do has to do as much or more so with this year of transition and all the very wonky different energies as people are clearing out. So I just feel it's going to be a good trip for you on many different levels.
Okay, I'm almost there. I'm in Mesquite, Nevada, outside of Vegas, an hour and a half out. So I can get a cheap flight from this area and take off.
Good.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you, Goddess.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Goddess.
Hello.
And thank you for the great meditation tonight. I really didn't see anything come up for me, but I did feel something released, and I just wonder if you could give me any clues as to what was going on, what I was releasing.
You've done a great deal of transitioning in this lifetime. What you were releasing had to do with carrying other people's burdens that are not yours to carry. You've always been very compassionate. You've always been very concerned about others. You've always done things both for your family, people at work, different strangers. You've always put yourself out there for others. And what it felt like for some of those, you were still carrying their burden, be it conscious or unconscious. And what we saw releasing as you were doing this journey this evening was those things that belong to others that were theirs to carry. Let me just throw this out, not only to you, but to everybody else. Sometimes people think, oh, I can do that better than they can, or, oh, they're hurting so badly. Let me take their burden because, it will help them out. And perhaps that's very, very true for people, and usually for a period of time. But then people forget, oh, that's right, I'm carrying their burden. I need to give it back. And it comes a point when it's almost like, well, I can do it. You're not good enough. And that other person needs to have like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. They need to have that struggle, that experience to become stronger, to know that they can do it themselves, that they are stronger. And that's what this feels like, that you helped people out. And then when they were ready and they could have finished it, they forgot about it. You forgot about it. And it's still been hanging out in your baggage. So that's what you cleared out tonight.
That so resonates.
Yeah. That's what you cleared out tonight.
That so resonates.
Mm-hmm. And it was also then clearing it out for the other people that you were carrying that stuff for.
Oh, great. That's super. And can I ask you one other quick question? I've done a lot of work. I'm still having these psychic attacks.
Really? We don't understand why. Huh.
Well, I've come to understand what's going on. I mean, I recently, this past week, I hurt my knee and I started taking Epsom salt baths every night.
and it's led to some incredible meditations. And I've actually been able to visualize. I had all these cords attached to my back, and they were even entangled in my spine. And it took me over 3 or 4 nights, different meditations, where I actually was able to cut each one loose, untangle them. I had a prolific dream to help me understand to untangle them from my spine. And I think there's been these little harasser beams in my energy field. I don't know how to, they look like little spiny kind of starfish to me. And they just poke at me and get my attention. And it's a lot better than it was, but it's still there. And maybe it's just going to take time as we get into the higher vibrations. I don't know. I hear this noise all the time in my ear, and I feel like it's my energy going out. And, just had to live with it. It's been 25 years I've been living with it.
So go back into this. Well,
it's better.
Yeah, go back into it's fantastic that you were able to see, know, clear, undo all of those things. We remember working with you on this several years ago. And
Right.
so the fact that it's coming up to you at this level of consciousness and this awareness is something that's very helpful. So go back into this meditation. And when you get into the all that is, and you really bring in your soul at that big level, and it's talking about, past lives, past karmic agreements, go through and just make sure, check. And by check, what we mean, ringing in my ears, sound in my ears. Where's that coming from? What's it associated with? Those little fish that you talked about, where's that coming from? What's that associated with?
Yeah.
And let that be another way of clearing it out. You may have full consciousness of it, or it may be that things clear and you don't know 100% of what it is. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're able to clear it out and then integrate something new.
Right. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'll be listening to this one again, like the others I do.
Good job.
Thank you so much. And I do appreciate and am so very grateful for you and for Shelley and for our Sunday nights. I look forward to them every couple of weeks.
Well, thank you very much for saying that, and I appreciate your words.
Oh, thank you.
Q&A session is over. All participants are muted.
As we are bringing this evening to a close, I, the goddess, hand in hand with Shelley, wish to express to all of you just how much it has meant, not only to Shelley, but allowing me to work through her for these many, many years. Your own personal ascension is a part of something much bigger than you may realize. And therefore, everything that you do has importance, not only for your own personal benefit, but for everyone around you. As you move through these days on earth, remember to take that day to express yourself to others. Remember that your choices have an immediate impact upon you. There is so much opportunity that is already here, moving within and around you. Beloved family, know that I am always with you and within you. Ansaluia.